How's it going, bae?
Stai
You
ferdig
well?
med det der.
You well?
Well,
How's
du,
how's how's the family? You all
Ja,
good?
the fine, the perfectly fine. Um,
Fine family.
so Liverpool, City, almost there.
Liverpool, they
How's the
shit the bed, didn't
nerves?
they? The league they've shit the bed against Spurs. It's all over. To be honest, it's called a spade a spade. You
Yeah,
know.
relying on Aston Villa to do us a favour is a bit of a
Ah,
stretch, isn't it? Like,
I think even the goal difference now is so it's so far swung in City's favour. Like I was talking to someone about it, and I was saying like Liverpool's last two results, so Spurs 1-1 and Villa 2-1. It's very end of season title race runny results. You know what I mean? Not great performances. Had to dig in, try and get something out of the game. Spurs, they fucking couldn't get the second goal. Villa, they managed to get the second goal, but by no means convincing. That's what a normal title run in looks like. You know what I mean? You think of United of old, Chelsea of old, Arsenal, whatever. You know, they'd be going playing like West Brom away or fucking Leicester, you know, tough games, and they'd fucking go 1-0 down and they'd manage to come out with the 3 points and it'd be a great result. You're looking at fucking City. Newcastle at home, 4-1. Wolves away, 5-1. They're just steamrolling, like, it's just, you can't compete, like, you know what I mean? Like, Liverpool are punching their way, even fucking keeping so close to them right to the end, but you have to accept it. They're going to win.
have you thought of the prospect of a season with nothing, like? And
No,
if so,
we
would you
won the
still
Carabao
consider
Cup,
it?
so we won something.
No, do you know
I
what I
know.
mean?
Yeah, of
Like,
course, it's a possibility, but like
like
we could lose the league by a point. We get beaten by Real, and you get beaten by Chelsea. The only thing I'll say is, at least you're kind of there for everything right to the death. So, like, I'd be confident enough going into next season saying I think we'll compete again. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
if
because
we don't win, don't
it would
win.
still be a successful season.
It would be, but it like look, you have to win the fucking trophies. If you don't win the trophies, it means fuck all. You know what I mean? Like if City were to fuck up in the last two games and you go and win the league, that's colossal. But it's very unlikely. But like Chelsea, the way they are at the moment, you have to beat them. If you get beaten by them in the FA Cup, sure. The only argument you have is like, right, we beat them in the Carabao, they beat us in the FA. And if you don't beat that Real team, I know. Look, they have they've the hex gods or something. They are something going with them because they were battered by PSG and came through it. They were battered by Chelsea and came through it, and they were manhandled by Man City and they came through it. So if they beat you in the final, you'd have to say, right, the fucking Odin is sitting up there throwing fucking lightning bolts at everyone who fucking comes in the way around. Like something's going on. And if you get beaten, but like that's the worst Real Madrid team there's been in a decade. So if you don't beat them, that's not great either. But to still be kind of in each kind, you have to get to the final to win it, obviously, and to be in each final of every available competition is impressive. And
That's
when you
it's
think
still a successful season, I think, for Liverpool.
yeah, but it's without the silverware, it means nothing. You know what I mean? You have to win the things. If they won the other two and lost the league and all, that's an incredible season. Because you think of when Salah and Mane went to the fucking the African Cup of Nations, like City were running away with the league. They were fucking 10 points clear or something like that. 12 points. It was over. So to even have turned it into a title race is they're punching above their weight. Look, City go out and buy fucking Erling Haaland, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this other young fella that they bought off Palmeiras or whatever, like, it's fuck all you can do, like, but they're competing with them, so impressive. But if you lose the two cups, it's still a good season in terms of you know, fucking, you can say you were involved in every competition right to the end, and you were just unfortunate. But if you don't win them, it means nothing either. You know what I mean? No one remembers second. So, yeah, kind of nervy, but for me, the league's gone. So it doesn't matter.
But again, as I say,
it is.
how many times have you said that throughout the season? The league is gone.
Course,
and what did,
you know
what did it take? It took City. City are going to draw against Everton.
If City
and then
were
they draw
struggling
against
Wolves, if City were struggling, like if they had a nervy fucking game in there, Newcastle or something like that, if they struggled, even if they showed one little clink in the armour, you'd say, oh, squeaky bum. There's no fucking squeaky bum. De Bruyne is banging in 4 goals. You know what I mean? Like, it's West Ham, they're going to fucking steamroll West Ham. And then Villa last day, even.
West Ham a tough game, man.
Yeah, but West Ham, they've the flip-flops on. They didn't make it to the final of the Europa. They're not getting into the fucking... They can't qualify for anything in Europe. They're in the position they're in. They can't get any higher. They've nothing to play for. Declan Rice has the fucking plane ticket bought to whichever other city in fucking England he's going to be in next season. The other lads have the flip-flops on. Fucking Nobles retired. You know what I mean? Like, I just think City are going to go there and they're going to fucking... They're going to put...
I don't know. I think Everton is still be up for it. Like, Everton are a tough side.
No, they're not playing Everton. They're playing...
Oh, sorry, West Ham.
West Ham. And then they've Villa at home.
I know they'll batter us.
Even if
West Ham is sticking up.
But even if Villa were to beat them, it won't make a difference because the goal difference by the time they get there will be so significant that even if Liverpool win all their games and City are going to win it, like, you have to accept it. It was a good run. It was interesting. If we had been able to beat Spurs, it would have kept the pressure on. But once we drew with Spurs, it took the pressure off City. After losing to Real Madrid during the week, if we'd have beaten Spurs, you might have seen a little bit of nerves.
That's the same, but like West Ham nick a draw against Man City,
maybe,
and then goes in, and then they're a bit nervy against Aston Villa.
What I'll caveat I'll caveat it with, I'm not nervous about the league. I feel like it's gone, so I'm not watching City's games and going, oh fuck that after score. Oh, fuck. It's kind of like, yeah, De Bruyne again. Oof, what a goal! But turn that off. Don't care. You know what I mean? So, obviously playing the FA Cup at the weekend and then playing the league match first. For me, if they beat West Ham, it's already over, isn't it? It's only mathematical then. Like, if Villa would have to beat them 3 or 4-0 and we'd have to win our next 2 games, fucking 7 or 8. You know what I mean? Like, it's a formality. Like, but it means for me then I think with the players then you can kind of take the foot. Like, you've 2 games then the next week and then the Champions League final. So I think you play the FA Cup. If City win, you rest a few players during the week. Try and get a result. If you get a result, great. If you don't, fuck it. Your only focus is now winning that Champions League final. You know what I mean? So
yeah. But Klopp can see that way.
Oh, but you never can.
The end.
You don't say it because you want to keep yourself.
No, but your actions speak louder than words.
You'll see if you see James Milner starting and fucking.
This is what I'm
like
saying,
at the weekend, you seen against Villa, he started like Curtis Jones and Tsimikas. That was all like, look, we want to win the FA Cup at the weekend. Like, he didn't want to put Henderson or Thiago on as soon as he did. Only Fabinho pulled up injured. You know what I mean? He was like, that game was like, you know, try and rest as many key players as we can. Andy Robertson needs a rest for the FA Cup final. For Thiago, Henderson needs, you know what I mean? Salah needs a rest. So we'll do the same next week. Probably even more blatant. You know what I mean? Tsimikas will play again. Kanate will play. Whatever. You know what I mean?
The last game?
Is it Wolves?
Wolves are dodgy against you as well.
Yeah, we're at home. We're at home anyway. I can't remember. I think it's Wolves. So we've Southampton during the week, I think, and then Wolves.
Yeah, we're playing Burnley on Thursday, I think.
Only need to win that badly, don't they?
Well, we beat them already 3-0 there.
And I have to say, the run up for the fucking Champions League spots has got interesting, hasn't it? With Spurs winning last night.
Yeah, I just did Arsenal to get a goal for me. I had a little Spurs win, both teams to score, saw it any time.
Yeah.
I got a little 45 quid back, and I just needed Arsenal to score, but they're fucking. See, the thing about Arsenal is they've already overachieved. They should be happy with where they are, like. But in fairness,
they needed to not get beaten there last night, though.
But just in fairness, when you're seeing it from the start of the season throughout round, you're kind of looking at them going, it's not the Arsenal that we all remember. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the club, but it's not the team. And they weren't great, and they had some bad results throughout the season, and you're kind of like, so for them to then go on a little run and actually be in contention and stuff like that, you go, all right, is overachieving. Wherever you get, if you finish in the top 6, like, you shouldn't have, judging by how he's were going. Do you know what I mean? Like, but fair play if you do. Spurs, Bottlers.
Spurs are Burnley to play at the weekend. That could be a tough one Because fucking Leeds are fighting for their lives, Burnley are fighting for their lives. Everything look like they've just put a run of form together that they'll probably stay up.
Yeah,
But
I'm actually delighted because I actually like Frank Lampard. I wanted him to do well. I would say,
no, I'm not a fan of Frank. No, I have to
yeah,
say.
I do. I like Frank Lampard. I just like him as a player, so I hope like, obviously I was players
Yeah.
that you like. You always hope you do well in management. Like,
So what do you think is signed Coutinho then today? The deal's done, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, if it's Coutinho that came to us in the first league month next season,
Yeah.
great signing. If not,
Yeah, I see. Like again, he's a flash player. You need to build that team around him and let him do his thing. But some of the things he's done, like the first couple of games, fucking hell, he scored a brilliant
and
couple of
even
goals, didn't
throughout
he?
in flashes, like he showed like little passes and stuff, and
I think you'll see. I think he'd be better for his next year. You get him settled, and like he's got that 6 months under his belt where he's or whatever it ends up being 4 months or 5 months in there,
yeah,
where he's not had to adapt to the league again, but had to adapt to fucking playing regularly and being a little bit,
and
like
Birmingham.
he's had a shy fucking 3 or 4 seasons. You know what I mean? So just get that out of the system. So I think that's a good acquisition.
Oh yeah, I
20
mean,
million.
like, hopefully we get the good Coutinho that's ready
He's
to
still only
kind of.
he's 29, like he's
That's what I'm saying.
fucking
Like
three,
he's in his
four great
prime,
seasons for that money, like, you know what I mean?
man, in his prime. Like you fucking
Like he
like.
shits all over Buendia and all, like he's fucking when he's on his game, he's unfuckwittable, like, you know what I
But
mean?
the problem with Bendy is on his game just a little bit more than Coutinho is. Like
Yeah,
Bendy,
but
if you look at
when Coutinho was on his game level is way higher than what
oh
Buendia's
yeah,
is.
like
You know what I
that's great. But like, and then for like 6 matches, Bendy is getting 2 assists and a goal. Like,
mean?
do you know what I mean? So it's like, do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's great having a world class player, but if he's not playing world class and Bendy is just bumbling away and getting the ball across and fucking Watkins gets in the end of it, whatever.
Watkins is the
I'd
most
rather
fucking
that.
frustrating player I've ever seen in my life.
I know. Yeah, actually, you feel sorry for him, and then you kind of go, "Well, it's self-inflicted." Like,
He's like Rashford, only he works a bit harder.
I know he's a talented striker. His position plays a little bit wonky, and then when he gets the ball, it's like he's so desperate to score that he snatches a lot. Now, sometimes, and again, he get a great goal that you're like going, he shouldn't have scored that, but the way he kicked it, it goes in. You know what I mean? You go, "Oh, fair play to him." Then he gets opportunities, and I think he snatches a lot. But apparently West Ham are 50 million for him.
Fucking snatch that hand off for 50 million for Ollie Watkins now.
I don't know because
50
again,
million?
but you have to replace him. And that's it. If you get Coutinho playing well, Ings injury free for the season.
Yeah, you need that. Ings is a fucking
There's 20
smashing goal
goals
scorer.
in between the
Yeah,
three
yeah.
there. So, and
I think I'll
Watkins
be
will get
honest
you
with you.
12 goals.
You replace Watkins. He's like he hasn't established himself. For me, he's unestablished. He's like that fucking Dominic Solanke. You know he has a ability, but he hasn't scored. But if he went back down to the championship, say he'd bang in goals, loads of
But
goals.
that's where he was scoring all his goals.
Yeah,
Was the
so he
signing,
hasn't
like.
established himself in the Premier League yet. So I think
I know. I
you'd
don't know. I
build,
think he's like for
you'd find
somebody
someone else. Like,
for a player in the club that he's like the level. Like, let's be honest, like, we came up from the championship with him, so
yeah,
that's the level he's at, and
yeah,
he's
yeah,
still
yeah.
averaging like 15, like 12, 15 goals a season. That's not a bad return, to be fair. Like for excuse me, first time in the Premiership, I'm happy with Watkins. I just saying he's frustrating to watch sometimes, but then he scores some fucking mopper
Yeah,
goals.
he
From,
scores things, then he does, doesn't he? Did you watch the UFC there at the weekend? We wait.
Sorry about that, Matt, because I'm got the fucking swallows up.
That's what she said.
Hey, I wish. That was the Chandler, the Chandler and fucking yeah.
I just want to take this moment to say R.I.P. to Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, man, that was bad, wasn't it?
I was like, he was doing well. Apart
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the takedown again, but he was even catching Chandler from the bottom as well. Like, but on the
He
feet,
was
on the
he was
striking, like going
comfortable.
out.
was
Going out in the
comfortable.
second round, you're like, fucking Ferguson could knock him out here. Like
Yeah,
Chandler initiated a takedown because it was like, internally it was like, oh fuck, I keep taking these hits, I'm gone, like, and he just shot for the takedown. But Jesus Christ, what a kick! Holy
yeah,
fuck!
yeah.
Holy
Like
fuck!
it's.
He took a soul with that. He did.
And
Like you
it's
see him
so
walking out,
unbelievable
and he's still not with it. Like he's still looking around.
because
Like what the fuck?
I was with Monaghan and I had seen it before. Mick had to Mick her up, and he came in and he was like, "Oh, I thought it was recorded." And I go, "This is it. You can still rewatch it." Like, so he was putting it on, and just as the bit was coming up, he's like, "Take his phone." I was like, "Hey, wait, phone." But I tried not to tell him. I was like, "Will you watch it?" And he's like, "Go, just text him." Ooh! I was like, "See, you nearly fucking missed it." But
Yeah.
yeah,
And then followed by the 25 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
yeah, it wasn't a great
Rolling
ambassador
Esparza
for the
was
sport,
absolute.
was
But
it?
you know
Like,
what? I've never felt so. Like neither of them should have won. Neither of them should have got that win. That was draw written all over it. But I was actually delighted Rose lost, and the reason being, in a fucking corner, I think at the end of the third round, the pedo Pat Barry, sorry, not pedo, the groomer, was fucking saying to her, do you hear that crowd? Do you hear the crowd there? Do you hear them booing? Yeah, that means you're doing your job well. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm like, what? And then like Trevor Whitman is going, yeah, like it's like he didn't want to step on Pat Barry's toes, but he was trying to say it without saying it. Like, yeah, you just try and initiate and try and get off a few shots and then get out and all like nearly pleading with her, like you need to hit her like or do something. But
yeah,
he was like, well, you've worked out the game plan, so like this is your game plan. But it was like he was afraid to fucking say, look, you have to fucking do something
you
here.
had to back her out to
You
win this fight. Like, you had to stop her. Like,
know what I mean? So I was kind of, for that fact, I was kind of glad it was like the shithousery of it. You know what I mean? It was like Aljamain winning against Peter Yams, a close fight, but I'm glad he won it just for the shithousery. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
could have went either way. So it was the same with this, just for her to lose her belt on the back of that performance, and then she's like fuming that she lost. Like she doesn't think she lost. It's like, no, we lost. We fucking lost.
yeah, it wasn't great. And then they both
And then,
said, "They're beautiful, they're beautiful." But
but then the main event. What did you
yeah,
think? I
yeah,
was telling boys
fucking
all week. I was telling the boys, Charlie Olives, I'm telling you, and the lads are, nah, we're just engaging on that. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but Charlie Olives, man, Charlie Olives, like he's gone in there and he's fucking stood toe to toe. Every cunt in the division has nearly took a piece of him, like knocked him out, and the cunt is just as resilient as they come. You know what I mean? And at
yeah,
the
yeah, it
end,
was
he fucking
really impressive.
frightening it was.
The Gaethje,
And
yeah, because I thought Gaethje was a better wrestler than that. Like, so for him to get
yeah,
cost so easily, like, you know what I mean?
because like you had him, and then he kind of let him go. I was almost like, it was almost like he released him in order to get the reaction that he made to try and get up, just so he could take us back. Like it was almost like, if you're that skilled, you know what I mean. You're nearly saying when he reacts the way you want him to react, you're like fucking amateur. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I let you go. I was in a dominant position, but I let you go just enough for you to turn to try and get up, and then show me your back and boom, it's game over. Because he had him in side control or something. I can't remember, but he let him go just enough that Gaethje tried to turn and jump up, and as he turned, fucking took his back, boom, sunk in the neck, came over. You know what I mean? It was frightening. Like you're looking at the cunt, you're saying you're a sicko. Like that's frightening. You know what I mean? But
and so what do you think of the McGregor Gaethje back and forth? I think McGregor. Like, I don't know why they come at McGregor. McGregor's a funny bastard. He is. Like,
yeah.
you know,
Sometimes he gets it wrong. Sometimes
yeah, no, but like when
yeah,
he hits it with
he
the,
hits
like,
it.
the
Sometimes he
comebacks,
hits
like,
it. Yeah.
what's it, the fake? Even the fake pretending to be unconscious. That's a
Oh,
bit
was he
sad
saying that?
about
I didn't
yeah.
see all that. What was it?
Yeah, he said that Gaethje, like, look at the end of it, pretending to be unconscious for a second, and then get like it.
Yeah, I seen
Because
him going at
how can
Ali
you
as well.
tap out when you're unconscious? Like,
Yeah, I seen him going at Ali as with him and Ali. And kind of because of that, I'm kind of glad Charlie Olives won, you know? I hate that Ali cunt, like, he just fucking
yeah,
drives me mad. And anyone associated with him, you kind of want to lose, like. And then even the fact that like, Makachev has been like, no, like I want to see that fight, but now let that cunt fight fucking Darius first before you give him a shot. And nearly for the fume of it, like Vigas and McGregor just died and they got the next shot as well. You know what I mean? It's just it's and it's fucked up the whole miss weight thing and all, like the dodgy fucking scales, dodgy. Do you see any of that?
Sorry, it's getting messed up. Sorry. Say again. Sorry. Beg your pardon.
The whole missing weight, the dodgy scales. Did you hear any of that fucking shit going on?
Yeah, but was the scales dodgy? What like was it? Was it official dodgy?
Everyone fucking. It was like everyone came in 0.5 over, and there was loads of people said when I weighed myself last night, I thought I was on weight, and then when I got on the morning, I still had weight to cut. You know what I mean? It's there was a couple of people said that. So whether it was, and you know yourself, if you've done your weight cut and you think, right, I'm on weight here, you stop the weight cutting process. You stop sweating. You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
go in and you fucking weigh in. And it looked like he weighed in backstage and he was on weight. And then when he came out, he wasn't on weight. Like, he looked a bit confused by it all. And then to try and start that process, to try and get yourself sweating again and all, like you only have an hour. It's just, it's a bit fucked. If you think, if you know you're not on weight and you have to weigh in because the time's nearly up, yeah, that's one thing. But when you think you've made weight, like psychologically, you think it's over and it's going to weigh in here, then I get to rehydrate and all that, and then you're not, and you're told you have another hour and you have to fucking lose more weight. Like,
Then back and start to bleeding punches and stuff like.
What we have a comment here, Carl Uzice, trying to find the Drink Money mixtape, can't seem to get it. Yeah, it's not online. It's been pulled. If you send me an email, I'll fucking send it on to you, yeah? So if you're still listening, send an email, or I don't know, on Facebook or fucking YouTube. I don't know where that comment's coming from. Just send it to shout your email and I'll fucking send it over to you, yeah? It's not online. I think it's been pulled down from everywhere.
You got cat.
Yeah. We jacked that whole project. Beatwise, so it's not there anymore, I don't think. It was online, wasn't it? But it got
was the one original beat on that fucking
There were like one. I think they were
all maybe one.
Well, like that was the time. It was mixtapes. You fucking got the beats that were fucking banging or that you liked at the time, and you fucking threw them on. You know what I mean? So,
that's fair.
Yeah. So, Canelo.
Yeah, I actually didn't see the fight, but
didn't watch it myself. So
I haven't got a chance to watch it back. Actually, might do that tomorrow.
And I didn't really see much floating online. I had to kind of go and look for it because I seen someone saying Canelo getting beaten. I was like, Canelo got beat. Would have fucking thought he was a shoe in to win that. So, but when I dived in online, expecting to see it everywhere, like no way Canelo got beat. You'd imagine it'd be fucking trending. Like it was. No, I had to go find fucking cunts talking about like Canelo got bleeding manhandled. Like,
yeah, you're gonna have to Google it. I googled the results when I walked back up, and I was shocked because not because Bill was a good fighter. It's more because Canelo is like one of those superhuman. Lose. It's it's Mike Tyson losing. It's that sort of like holy fuck. Because you just when you're watching Canelo, like he's so good, and he's just getting better and better and better and bigger and stronger and faster, and he's just you think nobody's going to beat him, and then he gets beaten. Now, does the vegan diet have anything to do with that?
Is that what he's been doing? Yeah.
He threw a vegan diet on for this fight camp, yeah.
Yeah, well.
Said he felt great.
Won't help.
Well, it's happened to a few people, hasn't it? They went vegan, lost, and went back to the carnivore diet.
Yeah, it's I mean, fucking people well better educated than us and that understand things will have their opinion either way, but me fucking bare bones bleeding understanding or bare grasp of the fucking topic would be you need them proteins that you just can't get from the vegan diet that you get in meats, especially for a top athlete, you know what I mean? But there are lads out there that do it. You look at Nate Diaz and shit like that, you know what I mean? There are
He
lads that
loses.
can't
He
do it.
loses a lot as well.
He just gets beaten all the time, but he's,
Yeah.
he looks half decent doing it sometimes.
His skin tissue can't grow back because he's a vegan. Like,
Did you
really
see
that.
him posting videos like he's pissing outside the
Yeah.
fucking? What a fucking legend! So
That's
mad,
someone that's
like,
just like, give me the fight and someone go fuck
yeah,
off.
yeah.
Like,
They're saying him and Chamoyev for the 30th of August, I think it is.
that'd be a good knock.
It'd be a good knock, alright. It's not a great fucking fight for Diaz. You know what I mean?
I know, yeah,
I'm
the
not doing
imagine
him any
Diaz and those,
favors with
but
it, like, but he's a G, like, fair play to him.
I think that's been a big good knock. Like Diaz should lose it. But the thing is, Diaz is like, yeah, give me him, I'll fight him, and then that's his contract done. Then
Yeah,
isn't it?
just
Like,
give me a fight and let
yeah,
me
just
out
give me a
here, like,
fight, let me out, but I'll do the
yeah.
fight, and then I'm gone. Like,
But
so I don't give a
they're
fuck
not
who
doing
it
him any
is.
favors in terms of they're not going, yeah, here's a good competitor, like they're throwing him fucking Chamoyev, like, yeah, man.
Yeah,
It is
but
what it is.
again, you never know. Basic
Never know,
glory,
yeah.
that one shot that
Kill the
was
hype
like
train and bounce.
Diaz cancels out his kind of reach over his other opponents, doesn't he? Really,
Yeah.
like Diaz is quite gangly and has a good reach. So, and again, Diaz is good on the ground. So it's not a bad fight. The only problem is it's that worry that the scar tissue issue where Diaz just
A
gets
couple of smacks in the
punched
face, it's
once
bloody
and
to
then it
bits.
just cut the bits like and
And
he's
then
just
can his
not
jiu-jitsu deal with the wrestling strength, kind of Chamoyev, you know what I mean? Does he manhandle him and take him down, hold him down and fucking beat on him, or can Diaz fucking react from his back? We know he's a good jiu-jitsu, like, be interesting, yeah.
yeah, because I don't think it'd be as like I mean again, you'd be expecting the Chimaev to win. But I
Yeah.
think Diaz is a hardy bastard. Like you will have to sleep him like to
Or that
stop this
cunt,
fucking
yeah,
fight.
could just go out there, take the first punch, drop and say, peace out, bitches. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there's
Just
also
bounce.
that as well, yeah.
You know what
No,
I mean?
I'm sure there's clauses like you'd have to
Yeah.
redo the fight or something. So no, I think he'd go out, blaze of glory, last fight, come on, motherfucker. Let's go, like go
Yeah.
out, do his bit, and if he gets knocked out in the first round, fuck it. Like over. But yeah, no, I actually think it would be a good when I seen that was leaked or whatever, and the first read it, I was like, yeah, no, I like that fight.
Yeah.
I like that fight.
Because it was leaked for the fucking July card, wasn't it? But I think they pushed it back to August. But yeah, maybe a slight change of topic here. But what do you think all the kids doing a hip?
That's the worst segue in the history of
Yeah,
podcasting, Tara.
you know what I mean? Like, it's just a great change of pace.
What about it? Tell me more.
That's like you're in the slow lane and you dip straight into the
What
fast lane. Someone plows into the back of you in a truck. Like,
the fuck? Say it again. What kids are doing the head?
it's the fucking story bouncing around at the moment, isn't it? In Scotland and the UK or something, wasn't it? A lot of kids have died from hepatitis and loads of them have contracted hepatitis. I was reading just a quick article where some fucking doctor came out and said, "Yeah, we don't know if it's an issue of long COVID or maybe having COVID and stuff like this, but we can definitely rule out it being injection related because none of the kids have been injectionated." But yeah, it's loads of kids dying from hep, and there's loads of outbreaks of fucking hep and shit like that. Even in Ireland, like there's a few kids that die from hepatitis and stuff like that. Don't know whether they're newborns or not. I haven't really looked at the story fully, but you know what I mean. I'm at that point now where I hear it and I'm just like, yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, not surprised.
You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Sounds
Hopefully that's the thing that gets sorted pretty quickly anyway. What the hell?
Yeah. I want the kids dying of hep.
Yeah, it's fucking. You don't want that to happen to kids.
Yeah. Like that, there's reports and shit like that, underground murmurings of lots of stillbirths and shit like that happening now, from mothers who got the triple thingamajig with the alchemy bob and having miscarriages and shit like that. So you hope it's not true, but
Yeah. We've all heard not personal, sorry, but stories from anecdotal stories as well. So, but look, it's sad, and hopefully it's not related. But
Wasn't it the Voyeurs or the European version of the Voyeurs now have, whatever publication it is, the legit mainstream source has said like over 4 million adverse reactions and something like 42,000 deaths or something. For me, that'd be fairly staggering, considering that it's probably a very fucking lowballed number as well. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. But again, like nobody cares anymore. That's the thing, and people don't care if you are right or wrong.
Mm,
The next thing is the next big thing has distracted us all.
yeah.
There's no saying the thing there the other day. Where's the COVID Inquisition in Ireland? Because there's not really going to be one, and it's like you've spent all this money, all as you're saying, all this data is coming out. Where's the look into our government and
Yeah.
how they reacted and how they purchased, all the media to
Remember all the
spread.
dodgy PPE from China and shit? Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so where's the Inquisition? Because
Do you
all
know
this
what fucking?
inflation, the price of gas and or the price of
Yeah.
diesel, all this is like
Do
rising
you
and
know what
rising and
annoyed
rising.
me? I seen it fucking on Twitter yesterday, I think it was, and it was like the HSE is looking to ban meal deals from like grocery
Oh yeah, the
stores.
shops. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's bad for the health of people, and because they use sinister tactics to get people to purchase these things by getting the fucking cashier to ask, do you want, would you upgrade that for a meal deal? Encouraging people to eat unhealthily. So they're looking at banning that. And I'm reading this and I'm going, you fucking wankers, like thousands of fucking missed bleeding diagnoses and appointments and fucking people laying on hospital trolley. All that shit, the fucking children's hospital, all that nonsense. And this is what you're trying to tell people, that they can't go in and get a good deal on fucking a lunch or a meal. You know what I mean? People who are already paying over the odds, inflation, all that fucking shit. The price of your shop has gone through the roof. But you're gonna tell people, nah, you can't get a fucking uh, a sandwich, a bag of crisps, and a fucking drink for £5 or whatever the price is. You know what I mean? Nah,
Yeah.
that's unhealthy for you. Nah, I think fucking cunts missing that
Okay,
bleeding
that was it.
cancer
So
diagnosis
no, you
bad
can't
for
get
you.
that for £5. Now that's unhealthy for you. Go get the salad bowl that's £7.50.
Not even that. That's bad for you. No, no, but fucking missing your cancer diagnosis, that's perfectly all right. Don't worry about that. Like, how about you
No,
worry about doing your fucking job instead of
but
people?
even without that, the premise of the whole they're encouraging. Hold on a second. These people have willingly walked into this premises to purchase food. So if they're then being offered a good deal, that's good for the person who chose to walk in to get this meal. The government can't come in and say, "Oh, we
Yeah,
don't think that meal is
they
good for
think it,
you.
they think
Therefore,
it's
you,
cool.
therefore you can't have it." They can't have it. Shut up there and do right to
They
you.
think it's cool for you to be coerced into taking an untested fucking experimental injection, but
But
you
people
can't be
done it.
coerced into getting a good fucking deal in your bleeding shop. You know what I mean? Like you're getting the sandwich and you're getting the drink anyway. Would you like a pack of crisps in there for, you know what I mean? Like, oh no, you can't have that now. That's
And
fucking
but the gas thing is, people will just go, "All right, fair enough. I'll buy the crisp separate." It's not going to stop people from doing it. And again, it's just government overreach. We don't need you. Like that's not what we hired.
man bollocks. Yeah,
That's not what you're there for. Like, but fuck off. If I choose to go walk in and say, "Here, can you throw two more burgers on them buns?" That's my prerogative. I'll deal with that.
oh,
That's
how
me. Like,
about like when the cunts in the shop say that to me, like, oh, do you want to get that part of the deal? No.
yeah,
All right. Yeah, no worries. Cheers, pal. Like,
yeah.
I can fucking decide for myself. Like,
Sometimes like, yeah, do you want that? No, I don't like McCoy's. Do you know what I mean? Like,
like,
and it's grand. Like,
oh,
I'll
yeah.
just end up throwing them out, pal. No,
Fuck
rock
Gary
away. Like,
Lineker,
it's
don't
grand.
like the walkers. You know what I mean?
Do you know that's what it is? Like, I don't like walking crisps. No, it's grand. I know
Yeah.
I'll end up throwing them out, pal. Rock away, like, and then just kind of go about saying, "Have a good day." Not beefing with you, like, you know what I mean? Like, Gary Lineker jumping out and like, start throwing
They're
slaps.
making out that these cunts are holding you hostage at the till. Like, no, you
This is
have
what
to
I'm
upgrade.
saying. It's these people who walked in willingly to this premises to purchase food, and the government is saying, "Stop! You can't do that." What do you mean I can't do it? Of course I can fucking do it. If I want to do it, if I want to do it, like. Do you know? And they say,
But
"Oh
it
well,"
was the same shit with the gaggle and all. You know
and
what I
they
mean?
say, "Oh well," but the trolleys. But you never get what the fuck about trolleys before. Trolleys have always been bad. It's not my fault. It's your fault. Blame
Yeah.
me. You
And
do something about the trolleys.
what do you think of Herr Führer Bill Gates admitting that the old COVID is just like a seasonal flu?
Of course they do. It doesn't, but again, because it doesn't matter. They come out and they say it now, and nobody cares.
Yeah.
You tell people, but you feel out your family were over. That doesn't matter. That's because they were wrong. They were saying that
That's
COVID
because people
was
are
only a
worried about
flu.
abortion and fucking Ukraine now, isn't it?
But this is
So
what I'm saying. The distraction, you've
yeah.
been distracted over, so it's nobody cares. Like, oh, do you remember you said that you were wrong about that? Wait, I know I wasn't, and I just move on. But like, no, I said it was like a seasonal flu, and you went mad at me and said it wasn't like, and now they're saying it is, and like, yeah, I don't care. But you fell out with half your family over it, and now you don't care. And you're wrong. Like, apologize. Do you know what I mean? Be sad, reflect, think about how you got wrong and how you
There
can
is
make
no
things
reflect.
better
But
when you go forward.
you see how these people are so driven by
Crazy,
the latest craze, the latest trend, the latest fume, the latest.
crazy, crazy.
What am I upset about again? Now
Yeah.
remember last week when it was my body, my choice. And then the week after that, it was no, it's not your body, your choice, because what you do affects other people. And now it's back to my body, my choice again. And last week it was like men can have babies if they want, but now this week men can't have babies and can't have a say. And you know what I mean? Like, which is it? You can't flip flop like that. You don't
It's
care.
not even.
You don't
It's
care.
even worse because they had a thing up saying like how women can use horse medicine to have homemade
I've
abortions.
seen that. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
so they couldn't even stay
Yeah.
straight on the horse medicine is bad fucking angle that they
But not
created.
even that.
That's how
Like
bad they are. They
no,
contradict
but like
themselves with
you
that
take
as
that
well.
like someone saying you can take this drug that is also a horse medicine drug or even whatever the argument was for yourself to try and beat this flu or cold or COVID or whatever you have. This might help. You know what I mean? There's a big fucking difference between that and here, take this fucking medicine. It will induce an abortion and may cause you serious harm that you need medical treatment for. Like, it's a joint leap and fucking causing danger to someone. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
The misinformation is not for it's one sided. It's like and it's not. It's whatever we
it's
say,
misguided, but yeah,
and
like
it goes against what we say is
yeah,
misinformation.
we
That's
are
what it
living in
is.
clown world. Like,
Until it's revealed as truth, and
I was
then
seeing a beautiful meme the other day, and it was like the solar system, and it was like Mercury, Venus, a clown face, Mars, you know, it was like fucking perfect
oh,
clown world we fucking live in. You know what I
it's
mean?
gone so bad, man. It's gone so bad. Like just nuts. It's just nuts. It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Because I think they won. I think after since COVID, and they're all reflecting on. They go, "Do you know, we could get these leaders to do whatever the fuck we want." Like, so it's a bit
Man,
of a snatch. I
since
think
the
it's a bit of a,
fucking ice bucket challenge, they've been able to get cunts to do whatever they want.
no, I know, but I think they tried it on a mass scale and it's worked. And
Oh, it's worked too well. I think it worked better than they thought. Like,
yeah, I think it's a snatch and grab by them all now. That's why there's a big fucking huge inflation, and they know they're going to crash everything, but they're grabbing everything before it goes. Like that's what I think.
you're a bleak motherfucker.
Well, it is what it is, man.
It is what it
how
is.
so
Get your food in. Get your food in. Watch for them shortages.
stuck. Because they see there's a baby food shortage
Formula,
in
yeah.
America.
Yeah, I seen the baby formula. But
So
then
there's
again, do
more.
you know what? Like, I was kind of looking at that and I was thinking to myself, because there's been a big movement towards back to breast milk, natural feeding. You know what I mean? Move away from these farmers. These farmers are all made by these pharma companies. So there was an organic movement, move back to fucking being natural. And then all of a sudden, this crisis comes along. Oh, there's a shortage of baby food, and everyone panic quick, you can't get baby food, you know what I mean? And it's almost like it seems a little bit engineered
No, it's not. It's
to try
literally
and fracture, terrify people back into using fucking formula again, you know what I mean?
No, it's just the inflation and shit. It's the policies, like they
Could
just
be.
that fucking. No, it is.
Or it
They're
it
saying
could
that
be you.
cost
The
them more to produce it
Uber,
and put it out.
the Uber fucking conspiracy theorist in me thinks, well, if the majority of these women are triple fucking cup of tea, you want the babies then taking their milk, you know what I mean? So they get infected as well, like so being forced to use the mother's milk again.
Oh,
That's
Jesus,
the Uber conspiracy, you know what I mean?
that is. We
That's
need
the
to do
ultra
it.
reach.
We need
But
to do
now there's
this.
something up with it. There's something up with it, you know what I mean? It's always like there's a little war going off in Ukraine that looks fucking bogey anyway, you know what I mean? Like Bono's over there doing fucking arena bleeding gigs and fucking under, you
Okay,
know
the
what I mean?
comments
Like,
saying, haven't they suffered enough?
but you know what I mean? You're over there doing gigs, like all the cunts over there doing gigs and all. What the? Is it not a war? Like, what the fuck is going on? Something so fucking bogey about the whole thing. And then this one little country is causing these shortages all over the world and causing rising fuel prices, which were happening before that anyway, and inflation that was happening before that. And like, get
It's
the
a
fuck
snatch and
out of
grab.
here.
That's what I'm saying. There's a
It
snatch and
is,
grab
yeah,
going
yeah.
on. Absolutely.
So for me, like that baby formula isn't shortages issue. It's something.
No, but I think it is. I'm pretty sure seeing something, and your mum was saying it costs us more to produce it and pour it out than we get from selling it. Like the way things are, like the way the ingredients are to fucking to
Yeah,
do
but
it and
then
to
fucking because
manufacture
like
it and all that
it
stuff.
was cunts looking into the ingredients and that. There's like mercury and fucking heavy metals and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Science, yeah.
Uh,
But the problem is though, some
I know
kids
some women
can,
can't pump and some babies
yeah, some
won't take.
kids
You know what
need
I mean?
it.
I
For
know, I'm
certain
aware of that.
diets.
But if every cunt wasn't just a lazy bastard, that's I'm not fucking breastfeeding like fucking
I don't
cunts.
think it's
Do
well.
your job.
Some
Do your
babies just
job.
don't want to do it either.
No, I know. Some of them don't latch and all. I know there's other issues going on, but at the same time, it's probably not a bad thing in the
Oh
grand
no, I mean
scheme of things. You know what
you
I
can
mean?
do it. But the problem is though, you're going to do it up until the point where they're grand enough to drink milk from a carton, which
Yeah,
is still
it's
important,
probably
obviously.
You go and get that raw milk. Nah, I mean,
That's what I mean. You need
right.
the
But
cow
yeah,
out your back.
but these scenarios cropping up, they kind of they bring you back towards this realization of the things they took away from me, even during lockdowns and stuff like that. The stuff that it's all trivial. You know what I mean? You've been shoehorned into this reality where certain things like fucking for arguments, you have to baby formula. We never used baby formula before, like until it was developed, and then you have these scientists coming out and saying, "Oh, you have to use these. It's full of nutritional values and all," and they think they can produce chemical based fucking products that is better for you than your mother's milk. You know, this sort of shit. Like, so maybe a move back towards these sort of things isn't the worst thing in the world. Like, short food shortages. Well, what type of foods is it? Because they fill food full of this corn bread. You know what I mean? And the mass fucking farming of fucking animals, and it's not right either. So like maybe some things, some of the processed foods that are being made aren't good for you. You don't need, maybe there's no need for them anyway. We're just mass producing shite, and then when there's shortages, it's like, yeah, well, we probably don't need all this extra shite anyway. You know what I mean? It could be a good way of moving away from all this fucking commercialized fucking bollocks that's entrapped people.
Nah, because I think they're going.
Obviously you don't want to not have food, but like you're telling me you can't go out and get fucking porridge and pastas and all right, and I'll get by. You know what I mean? Like there might, if there's food shortages, yeah, it might be shortages of certain types of food. Like you're going into the supermarket and they just haven't got certain types of food. But it's not that there's no food, but we're just so privileged in our existence that we want every different variety of fucking shit on the shelves. Why isn't it there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we have that. But the reality is we are city folk. Like we're
Oh yeah, no,
urbanized.
we
Do you know what
are,
I mean?
we
So
are.
we are
Yeah.
like so. Um, like that's just something that, and again, it's something you've total control of as well.
Like the other
So
thing that annoys me, you see, I'd seen a NASA release there the other day, and they doing satellite images of the Arctic and Antarctic or whatever, and it's like record snowfall and ice and snow coverage. You know what I mean? Like it's been increasing, which we know it's been increasing, but yeah, there's climate change and the fucking ice caps are melting. You know what I mean? It's like, but that's not what's happening. it's all a fucking lie. Like, you know what I mean? It seems to be. Why are you telling us bullshit? Like,
Ooh,
why?
Jared coming in.
Oh, well, look, fucking, it's NASA, not me. We didn't say it. We didn't fucking take the pictures. You know what I mean? Like, the pictures are saying there's record ice and fucking snow coverage. Like, but that's not what you are saying. So what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, but it's not like for this
It's
time of the
constant.
year or something.
Huh?
Like at this, it's probably winter there. So at this
No,
time
no,
of the
no.
year,
This was the day. It was like, no, it's an increasing area of snow and ice. It's expanding, not decreasing. Like, there's more coverage than they've ever seen, but, like, you know what I mean. Like, it's the area of coverage of snow and ice is much larger than it has been, and it's growing, not decreasing. So, like,
giant
what the fuck
freeze
is?
again, and the big freeze come back. I said, is it's
Well,
going to
I
come
remember in
and take.
school they were telling us an ice age was on the way. Now it's fucking global warming. Then it changed to climate change, which what the fuck does that even mean? Like, it's such a misnomer. It means nothing. You know what I mean? Climate
But
change. Yeah.
all these words are just
And
slogans.
I was out
You know what I mean?
yesterday and it was fucking warm, cold, windy, raining, sunny. You know, all in one day. Like, it was top on, fucking
But in
shivering.
fairness, you're in Ireland. Even the weather's drunk.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But, like, yeah, no, but my point being, the climate changes moment to moment nearly sometimes in Ireland, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that means fuck all to me, like. But, yeah.
Yeah. No, again, look, I think it's definitely hyperbolically are
Hyperbole.
yeah. No, they're just being too hyperbolic about alarmist. Probably the best way to put it. And that's why I
Yeah,
think.
but when you see that their alarmism then is attached to, oh, rising fuel prices, oh, rising electricity prices, oh,
Oh no,
rising fucking
I
climate
understand that.
tax,
I
you know what I
understand
mean?
that.
So, like, yeah, it's the smash and grab, it's the fucking grab, you know what I mean?
They're just
All
snatch and
over
grab.
again.
That's what it is. It's snatch and grab.
Yeah.
They're getting out. They're getting their lining their pockets and they're getting out. That's what's happening. Because they know they can't. Like I say, like well, now say they know that all kind of citizens are proven to be quite docile, so they don't really fear any sort of
Yeah, reprisal.
physical harm or anything. I don't think, but I think they're just gonna bounce out for like as I said, the data keeps coming out and it's increasingly. And now they're trying to slip like Bill Gates. Oh yeah, no, it's just a seasonal flu. After,
Yeah, but
so
the
they're gonna
same
give us
thing
all
is,
that money back now. Like
yeah, they'll come back and say, well, we never made you take anything.
exactly, because as I
We
said, it
never,
was all
we never forced
recommendations.
you to
It
take
was
it.
all guidelines and recommendations, but you could have said
Mm.
no. So look at there's people out there that still haven't got vaxxed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all happened. That was just rumors are going around that we were going to not let people in and blah blah blah. No. Like, nobody had to get vaccine. Yeah, but we did. Okay, well, you need to go and get checked up every 6 months now because we may have put something. There's a bad batch that went around. We can't trace it, so everyone is a potential. Do you know what I mean? They have that fear of you then, so every 6 months you have to go and get tested now to make sure
Well,
you
I
haven't
heard them.
got.
They've been saying, "Oh, no, the fourth booster will definitely provide immunity." I like the first one, and the second one definitely did. Until Pfizer released that document, 80,000 pages, and in it says maybe there was 12% efficacy for the first week, and then after that it was below 1%. Like, oh, that you're 100%. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
have you seen any recent stuff on China or anything like that? Have you been watching any of that?
Now what's going on in China? Hit me.
Well, the lockdown. They've been locked down. Cunts have been
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
barricaded.
yeah, see that. I seen somebody getting wrapped up in cling film, but I don't know if that was true or not. Like,
I don't know. Yeah, well, there's match. Yeah, so there was cunts barricaded basically into their blocks. You know what I mean? I'm not
yeah,
allowed to leave. But I think they started lifting some of the restrictions in like Shanghai and all, where you're like allowed out one day a week to get food and shit like that. Like, mental. But I think a lot of it kicked off. There was a factory that made Apple products, and they apparently had super draconian fucking COVID regulations where they were keeping people in the building, so they weren't allowed to go home and shit like that. So they fucking met the COVID protocol, you know what I mean? So they could keep working, and eventually they fucking rioted to get out of the place, like. So it was
no way.
fucking, yeah. So, and then apparently there was loads of riots kicking off where like people were just gathering and forcing their way out of fencing around, or like, the way the big apartment complexes, like, so they were putting hoarding around the apartment, keeping everyone in. So people were forcing their way out, and they were fucking getting military and police in and all. And eventually, they just lifted the restrictions a little bit. You know what I mean? To quell the unrest, like. But there seems to be fucking mad shit kicking off over there, like mad.
China is a mad place, though. In fairness, like it's
They're so subdued. Like I was listening to a good documentary of a guy. He was listening. I can't remember where I was listening to, but he was talking about there was a movement years ago. You've probably seen it. Like there used to be videos. All of them would be out in like yards on their lunch break, schools, fucking all that, and they'd be practicing like meditation and stuff like that in big large columns of them. Like so, there was a big spiritual movement kicked off, and it was kind of there was a period then where the Chinese government like wanted feedback on how the party in the country and all was being ran and shit like that. And apparently everyone went, gave their feedback and all, and then they fucking basically rounded everyone up. Anyone involved in this fucking spiritual movement was rounded up, and fucking it was banned, outlawed, and the cunts were like their organs were being fucking harvested and sold on the market, like, you know what I mean? And it was apparently like, well, these were well sought after organs because they were practicing certain spirituality and healthy eating and healthy living, and also like their livers and fucking organs were highly sought after. They were getting good money for them and all, like, but they banished this whole spiritual movement because it was almost like it was overriding the communist manifesto mindset. You know what I mean? They were waking up spiritually, like, so this was fucking eradicated. So there seems to be little or no what would you say, dissent in China. And recently now they've changed it where you were allowed to complain about the lockdown, like it's not fair or whatever, or it's not right or whatever, but you weren't allowed to complain about the CCP party themselves, you know what I mean? But now it
yeah.
seems to have jumped to you can't even complain about the lockdown. If you're complaining about the lockdown, you're taken away, you know what I mean? So if you're out in the street saying this is bollocks of no food, off you go, you know what I mean?
But
So
I think that's what I was saying. I think there was it was a protester, and then there was like four dudes in white suits and masks and fucking goggles and all, and they were wrapping up and like it was kind of mummified, and they had like this is currently going on in China right now. It was like,
man, I seen a video, I think it was in the UK. I was this woman on the train, and she looked like a nurse. Like it looked like she had the blue fucking what do you call them? The trouser bottoms or whatever. The
yeah,
uniform or whatever. It looked like she had something like that on. But she's sitting like in her seat, and you had the pole there and the pole there, and she's a thing of cling film, and she's wrapping the cling film around the pole and around the pole, right, to block herself off. Like you see the guys sitting across from her, and there's a woman sitting right behind her, like so the seats are back to back, and your one's like looking back, going, "What the fuck is she doing?" She's trying to wrap the cling film to block her from her as well, like, and the guy's sitting there going, "The fuck are you doing?" Like, what are you like? You have a mask? You have your mask? What the fuck? And she's like, rubber gloves on, and she's wrapping the cling film like around and around. You know what I mean? She's looking at her going,
around
"Oh,
hill,
you're gone."
around
Like,
hill.
so when you were sat in your seat, yeah, you were sat in
Yeah,
your seat, and there's a metal pole, say, so you can see me here, right? There's a metal pole and the oil, and then the seat in front of you has a metal pole as well. So she's
yeah,
wrapping the cling film around the pole, so all the side of her where she would get off is covered in cling film. Like
right,
it's baffling what the
right.
fuck she's doing. Like, and she's like a big roll of cling film, and she's wrapping the thing around and grabbing it around the other side and pulling it back this side and grabbing it around and wrapping it around. Your man's like looking at the phone and your one's looking back and all like, the fuck is this lunatic doing? Like, and she's busy away wrapping the fucking thing. I'll have to dig it out, man. It's just, what the fuck is wrong with you, cunts? Like,
But you had to
not
think
only that,
it's
I
some
bet
people
you
like
she's,
Stooges like is a fake,
but
is
she's
it?
probably a climate change activist as well. Like, all that fucking cling film you're wasting. You know what I mean? All that plastic, you know what I mean? Like, fucking madness.
Oh,
Madness.
man.
Anyway, look, I'm gonna bounce. Yeah, probably catch up with you over the weekend or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll We'll get some more segments and shit popping off. But thanks to everyone for tuning in. These sexy bastards.
Send her that email and he'll sort that out for you.
Oh yeah. If you're still tuned in or whatever, yeah, just get on to me. Fucking Facebook or whatever. We'll get you a copy of the Drink Money mixtape. You see, once I jumping online, you just want to listen to it. You know what I mean? It's not there, like, and my web page is gone. The CCP got a hold of it or something.
Yeah, that's right. It is.
Yeah, like we tried to jump back in this year and get it again when it was up for renewal, but it's fucking gone.
She said.
Yeah, man. So
yeah, whatever you had, keep it. NFT that shit.
I'll send it to you. You know what I mean? You're more welcome to it, like, but yeah. Anyway, cheers for tuning in, folks. It's been a pleasure, and we catch you on the flip side.
Peace.